Ooh, hit him with that Todd right off the bat. Welcome in, everybody. You know what it is. You've tuned into multiple episodes before, hopefully. This is the Toddcast. We're nearing episode 50, and as usual, I'm Brad, and I'm joined by my swagadocious co-host, Michael. The swagadocious.
That was your roast? You just called me swagadocious.
You called me devilishly handsome last time, so I couldn't be too harsh on you this time.
Well, I kind of backhanded you. I called you devilishly handsome and bald. Yeah.
Well, so okay. Next time I got you better. Next time.
No, I appreciate this time.
Just take the dub and go on with it, man.
I always take the dub in this show. But yeah. So who else do we have with us today, Brad?
We actually have. I'm pretty shocked we were able to land this. This is Carlos Santana from. Remember the song? What was it? Smooth?
Oh no!
We have multiple songs. Wait, it's not him. Who?
Dude, we're the Toddcast.
Oh, I thought I was on the Carlos cast again. No, actually, we have Todd Santa Ana on, coming in from, I think, Texas, correct?
Yeah, Texas. Yeah.
Oh, the Big Apple, they say, right?
Oh yeah, of course. You know, down the dirty South. That's where I'm from.
How you doing, Todd? Welcome on the show.
Thanks, guys. Glad to be here. Doing good. Just trying to avoid this Texas heat that's already starting up, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's starting to hit. You guys get a lot of pollen down there too?
Not so much. Humidity's kind of a big thing for us. Like today was like, I think when I got in my truck it was like 97 degrees already.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, so it's getting up there, and I know summer is going to be way worse. So
yeah. That's what is it? It's April and it's already hitting.
Yep.
Goodness. Yeah. I mean, we're hitting what? We hit like 80, 82 today, I think. So we're in North Carolina. It's not super bad, but the worst part, everything is just covered in pollen. Like there's like 2 inches of pollen on everything. It's insane. And we need more bees.
Yeah.
Save the bees.
Save the bees. Yeah.
Not to be political.
Yeah, not to be. Yeah, we're a very political podcast.
And are bees political? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they should be prepared. Is all they should do.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Be. Yeah, so we're going to kick it off with a little icebreaker here. We got to know tacos. You prefer crunchy or soft shell?
Soft shell. Definitely soft shell.
Yeah.
Like if I can go get me some like bistec tacos with like cilantro and onion and cheese, like that's the stuff right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
I mean, the only thing I can think of like with a hard taco is just some ground beef in it, and like I've never had like a delicious hard taco. It's always just like really quick, just some ground beef, maybe a little sprinkle of cheese. I just think Taco Bell.
You need to come visit if that's the case.
Oh yeah,
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so do you still enjoy hard tacos, or is it like?
I mean, for me, I don't really prefer them, so I don't really go towards them. Yeah, but I mean, if they're there, okay. Food, I mean, I'm not going to be picky on that one.
Yeah.
I feel like the hard shell has really taken a backseat in the past 15 years. I remember growing up, I would always eat. It was always offered to me as hard shelled tacos. But now, everywhere you go, it's mainly the main shell they give you is a soft shell, which I think is the right choice.
The only place I will actually get like a crunchy taco is probably like a Taco Bell, but that's pretty much about it.
You can save 10 cents a taco if you don't upgrade to the soft shell. So it's like, come on. No, I'm the exact same way. But yeah, so I think soft shell is the way to go. I feel like that's a poll we got to put out there. I mean, that's like you said, the hard taco. I mean, actually, but have you ever had? What was it like? They like you combine the soft shell with the hard shell. It's a little bit of both. You still get that crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've never really had one of those.
Yeah.
I guess just because I want that like authenticness.
Yeah.
So, I mean, living on the border, I mean, that's pretty much like everywhere down here. So
yeah.
But I know it is out there. I should probably try one.
Yeah.
Definitely should try one.
It's a little crunchy. It's a little chewy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of delicious.
And see, we're talking about all this like authentic stuff, and I'm over here like picturing a cheesy gordita crunch from Taco Bell or something like just something you're not supposed to associate with real Mexican or like Spanish food, I guess. So I don't know. And also the quesadillas, the quesadilla that's been turned into the shell of a burrito. Have you had that before?
No, I have not.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh,
it's a burrito with a quesadilla as a wrap.
It's a quesadilla as the wrap, and it just it's over the top, but it's so good. I wish I was covered in just one of those. I wish I had a blanket made of that.
Just a blanket of it filled with cheese and everything.
Yes, quesadilla blanket.
Quesadilla blanket. Jot that.
It's actually not a bad idea because like you got scalding cheese on the inside, but that like that soft shell is gonna like kind of reduce that heat.
Yeah, it's like a weighted blanket, except
it's like a weighted heated blanket.
Yeah, but it's a quesadilla.
This some American crap we're getting into. Man,
no, this is ingenuity right here. That's where it's at.
That is where it's at. Well, I think it's time to learn a little bit more about our guest in our first segment.
Oh yeah.
Once upon a Todd.
Yes, so childish that
it's perfect. It's perfect.
The xylophone. Did you actually play? You played the xylophone for that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yes, you're a xylophonist.
Cool.
Well, actually, I mean, I just played it on this keyboard here, and it translated as a xylophone. But yes, yeah. So, anyways, once upon a Todd, this is where we get to learn a little bit more about you, the star of the show. So we want to ask you this one question to get to know a little bit more about you. And that is, who has been your biggest supporter, mentor, or role model over the course of your life?
I guess over my life, I got 3 different answers for that. Like my parents have been my biggest supporter. They pretty much backed me like when I was whatever I did, whether it was working somewhere or, something I wanted to pursue. As far as mentor, I gotta say it's probably my dad, like specifically my dad. He's really given me like advice throughout the years on things to do, things to think about, where I should go in life. So where it's played a big role on the way I go about my life. And as far as role models, this is going to be an odd one, but I was really thinking about this and I really think it's social media creators. And I say that because like before it was really like, I guess before internet so much, like where everything was out there, it was more like you really had to dig down deep, get into a book, or learn it from somebody, like by seeing them physically, personally. With like YouTube or even now here on podcasts and things like that, people can learn like on the go and also learn visually from like distance. Especially now with, how the world is like kind of crazy right now. Distance is kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, cool, I can still learn this and I don't have to be there for it.
No, absolutely. I totally agree with that. It's like, I think we always think of like a mentor or a role model, someone like we can go and sit down and have a cup of coffee with, but like you can get role models from like reading someone's autobiography, like they can be a mentor for you, or just following someone online, seeing their journey, getting advice from them, and in that sense as well. So that's a really, really good point. I like that. And I also love, parents being a big supporter. So, I mean, that's very similar on my end. It's really nice to have parents that are pushing you along, like helping you kind of achieve your dreams, and kind of expressing that, like, by being those leaders throughout your life and giving you someone to look up to.
Yeah. No, I like how you took it kind of off the beaten path with a lot of people don't see that. Like Michael said, and you stated, it's kind of forgotten, or not forgotten, but it's new to everybody. So people don't view that kind of situation as something that you can use as a mentor or something you can look up to or a role model. But it's really whatever resonates with you is what you're going to draw to. So if you can relate with it, it's obviously going to assist you in what you're going for. So
yeah, definitely. With some of the woodworking that I've done, like it's been one of those things where like I've learned a lot just by watching and like things that I want to incorporate, so like for newer and better things. But I mean, it's all like just baby steps, learn about it, and I can do that whether it be on YouTube. I mean, some of the stuff I learn off TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, just from people putting out different things. And that's a big thank you out there for them, because some of the stuff I wouldn't have tried or done anything like that if it wasn't for them, like putting that, like either a tutorial or just showing the process of it, even if they're not explaining it. So it's one of those things where it's great help.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw you were building a deck. Is that something you just kind of like went to YouTube and figured that out, or is that?
So yeah, that deck was like really something, because we have a shed in the back. It's like a 12 by 20, and so that like little deck area that I built is turned into like my workshop. So that I pretty much like went to YouTube, figured out what to do, what things I should buy, hangers, everything like that. So it was really like a slow process, because my dad and I we built it, and so it was over a course of maybe like 2-3 months, and it's not very big. It's a 10 by 10, but
Yeah.
But I mean, even then, it was like, okay, no, I want to make sure we do it right. It's got to last. In fact, there's still some stuff I have to do to it, but it might be a little bit before that gets done. So
Yeah, I'm a perfectionist when I do projects, so I know it's like it's almost never done.
Yeah, like right now, it's very like it's all open right now, but I want to put walls, and then I need to put down the hurricane tie downs, because I mean, here comes June, and we have hurricane season from like June to like the end of November. So
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big season for us, and so a lot of rain, things like that. So like on rainy days with it open, it's like, well, I can't go out there and work, so I gotta just kind of take the day off from that.
Yeah.
So with the woodworking kind of aspect, is there something that what is your favorite thing that you've built so far? Or is there something you aspire to build that is like your goal thing?
Ooh.
So, okay. So like right where I started off with, I started off with cutting boards, and it was funny because like I started making this cutting board, like I watched a person do it on YouTube, and I was like, okay, cool. I think I can do that. And I didn't even watch the full video. I was like, oh, I got some extra 1x2 outside. Let me just go make it. And I did everything wrong on it. I was like, what? Like I stained it, and then like the stain is like toxic, so you can't actually cut on it. So I was like, okay, so this is just for holding hot things now. And like one side I kind of got flat, but not completely smooth. So like there's still crevices and whatnot. But I went back and I really took to YouTube, like some books that I could find. And I went and I redid it. And then after that, it was just kind of a thing. People started asking me, hey, can you make me one? Or, hey, how can I get one? And I was like, yeah, I can make you one. It'd be this much. And they're like, okay, here, go for it. Make it. And
Sweet.
Yeah. And I do have like a process like where I want to get to start making other things. Like I've designed a couple things on my computer, like as far as like coffee tables and some tables that I want to try to make. I started with coasters just recently, so it's kind of a huge step. You think, okay, cutting boards, coasters, oh, now a table. So it's like, so I got to make sure I get everything right. But I started making like sets of 4 coasters, like with different images on them. So I actually have a set here on my desk that one of my friends asked me if they could make it for all of them to be The Rock. So, and I'm not even joking. Like, here, let me get one of these out real quick. And like there. Oh, it's not going to show. There it is. Maybe
Censored.
it's censored.
Is he nude?
Is he nude in this photograph?
Does this one come up?
Oh, it came. Oh, there it is.
Hey.
Oh, that's
dang,
awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I like that.
Or like this one here, I just got to get close enough, I guess.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So they're like different versions of The Rock.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Different
That's
versions
cool.
of The Rock. So,
I like that.
But yeah, I have some that I need to do for like Nightmare Before Christmas. I've done some for my one of my friends wanted it for like his car for his Challenger. So it was the front of the Challenger with SRT 8 on it.
Yeah.
So things like that. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you have an online presence? Like if anyone's listening, like, yo, I want some customized coasters.
So right now, my real big source is through Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's if you go under Santa Ana Woodworks, that's where you can check that out. It's pretty much through my email. I don't have like an actual store set up right now. I'm trying to set up a store on Etsy. Hopefully it'll launch sometime in the summer.
Awesome.
Okay.
But right now it's just strictly through Instagram. So if anyone's interested, even you guys, if you want, just let me know, and
Yeah.
I can get you a cutting board or some coasters.
We'll get some
Wood
Toddcast
Toddcast
cutting
There you go.
Toddcast cutting
There you
board.
My wife would be so happy.
Yes. As if you don't have enough Toddcast stuff going on at your house. No, that's awesome. I watched some of the videos you have. I watched you like rubbing mineral oil on the cutting boards, like the final process.
Delicious.
Yeah.
And it was a very satisfying process.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to say
not make
sexual.
I mean, it was oily. It was oily. He was actually shirtless and oiled up in it too. So
gosh.
he put the oil on the cutting board and just rubbed it against his bare chest.
You know, speaking of that, I do remember seeing some nudes on your Insta page.
I don't
think
know how
you're
those got there.
eating some noodles
yeah,
in one of the
definitely.
photos. Yeah. Oh, we don't you don't all abbreviate noodles like that. Oh Lord.
Yeah, but
But
that's
it's a transformation away from like when you're done with the sanding and it has like kind of like that like just that matte look, and then you put the oil on it and it really brings out the tone of the wood and all the colors and everything. It's just I love that portion of it.
yeah,
Like that
no, it
final-
looks awesome.
Yeah. Dang.
And yeah,
How many cutting boards would you say you've made?
Ooh, yeah,
Oh
6,000.
no, nothing like that.
Oh, that was too low.
That's a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a lot.
That is a
Um,
lot of work.
You're really underselling me, man.
I've made maybe about 150 to 200.
Oh, wow.
So that was close.
Yeah. So you're a pro at that now.
And I have like some because some of my friends that I used to be in the Navy with, they've ordered from me. So I have some in like Washington, some in California. I have some in Louisiana, some in Florida. So
Oh, sweet.
yeah.
So you're working all
Yeah.
over the place.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about the military. You have people all over the place.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Good support system.
yeah. That's I was in the Navy as well.
Okay.
So I have people all over the country that I've just pretty much reach out to all the time. They're like, oh yeah, they've listened to the podcast, they enjoy it. So it's nice to have that like countrywide support almost, because you've made friends that are everywhere, not just one area.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that why I have no friends?
Maybe you should join the Navy.
Yeah, just join the Navy. You know?
I'm sure.
Perfect.
I'm sure a naval recruiter will hear this somehow and reach out to you. They'll show up at your
definitely.
house. They're
We're about
sharks.
to get like a extra day right now.
Yeah, it's like, oh wait, I actually gotta go, guys. I got someone at my door right now.
You see somebody crash in through the window behind you.
How would you like to join the Navy?
You have so many friends.
I'm compelled by this recruitment strategy you've got.
No, that's awesome. I love hearing about the woodworking. It's always been something I've wanted to do. I haven't really cut out time to make it happen. I bought some wood one time. I planned on making a table. The wood rotted, and then I don't know where it's at right now. What? How many times have you said delicious this podcast?
Not enough. I'm just getting started, Brad.
Talking about a shirtless Todd, and you're like delicious. Talking
Delicious.
about old wood. I don't know
No.
what your scale of what do you rate as delicious? Because
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about this too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
where's
is
this-
it,
where's this
is it an
going?
insult to Todd being shirtless that you also say that old wood is delicious?
Well, I've dug myself a hole I can't get out of.
Caught you in your tracks.
Oh no. Well, speaking of woodworking,
It's time to prod Todd.
this is the only woodworking we do on this show, Todd.
Another classic Michael transition.
Another
Ready for
class.
this?
All right, so this is but a series of random questions. The first question we got for you: build us the perfect animal that consists of, one animal's head, one body. Pick an animal's limbs, and then any other bonus item you want. So
Okay, I'm gonna go with for the head, a dog with floppy ears.
ooh, yes.
So like I don't know why I like dogs with big floppy ears.
Yes.
And then body of a polar bear or just a bear in general. So it's like something big you can hug on.
I like it.
And then I don't want any claws. So just the feet in general are going to be like elephant. So they're like little stumps.
Little.
I mean, they are stumpish. Stumpish.
And then a big fluffy tail from like a dog.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
So I'm basically making a giant dog. That's what I'm making.
You're making a dog with elephant feet.
Right. Yeah,
Exactly,
dog with
yeah.
elephant. It's like,
Like an 800-pound dog with elephant feet.
I mean,
yes, it's like the Never-Ending Story. Was that a dog from that movie? That's what I'm picturing right now because as a dog head.
The face is a dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. It was this animal you just built.
Yeah.
but dogs with floppy ears are the cutest. I love just like
Yes.
slopping them around.
They're the best.
Yeah. Like my cousin, they have a Doberman Pinscher, and they don't have the ears cut on it, and it's got big old floppy ears.
Oh, dang. That's cool.
Yeah.
Dobermans. I wouldn't mess too much with the floppy ears.
Yeah. They seem kind of dangerous. But yeah, one of the stipulations we talked about it. I guess, what are we going to do with these animals? Are we just building them to have as pets, or are we gonna have like a battle with them, or what's happening?
Okay, if we're going to battle, I gotta build a different one.
I think we'll keep them as
softy.
pets. I think we'll keep it as pets because yours is. Oh man, it's a great pet.
I don't know. I think I got this right now. If we're going like for battle, like I got this.
Oh yeah,
head of a raptor.
Ooh, raptor.
Okay, yeah.
Body of a raptor.
Right? No. Body of a. I'm gonna go with a chimpanzee.
Ooh. Quick.
Yes. So agile.
And then the feet of a raptor.
Okay.
And then a tail of an ankylosaurus. So it's got a big old club on its tail.
Yes. So it's 88% dinosaur, 12% chimpanzee.
It's a partly evolved dinosaur or something.
I like it.
Yeah, that sounds like a killer one.
What is yours, Michael? Do you? Go ahead.
Okay. Oh man,
lay it on us.
I like the floppy ears as well, as Todd said. So I went with a different floppy eared animal. I want an elephant head.
Oh, okay.
Got big floppy ears, big floppy trunk. It's just flopping all in that facial region.
I hate when that happens.
I said that out loud. That did not sound appropriate at all.
The wrong establishment if that's happening.
Oh, so yeah, I want an elephant head is what I said. And then, so I thought this would just be looking hilarious on a sugar glider's body, like those little.
So it's just a head on the ground.
Well, it's gliding.
Just the body.
But then I also was like, the sugar glider's legs. I mean, that's really tiny. So I gave it giraffe legs. So it's like flying. And then the bonus item, I didn't really think of it necessarily as like a physical attribute, but I wanted it to just have a skunk scent. So it just like gives out some
defense
skunky
mechanism.
Yeah.
If it's angry at you, it's like.
Yeah, exactly. I really want to Photoshop this elephant on a sugar glider with giraffe legs.
I feel like
that image in my head is killing me.
I feel like we have to do that now that we're all creating animals. We have to somehow Photoshop these.
Oh no,
it's gonna be the worst.
Nice. Well, yeah. That's good. What are your?
Did you just say? Did you just comment on your own? Yeah, it's a good animal. Great job, Michael.
Good job, me. Brad, what's yours?
I mean, mine. I made mine a little more conventional. I feel like I'm a little too conventional. I went with the head of a moose. So it's got like it's got like the massive antlers that are kind of like flat. It's got like the floppy neck beard type thing.
Yeah,
I feel like those are cool. The body of a zebra because I want it to have stripes and look super cool.
Okay,
but not be furry as like a tiger.
Okay.
I didn't pick legs. I picked wings. Is that a limb?
Yeah, that's a limb.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it lands, it just has to pretty much dive bomb and slide.
What wings does it have?
It has. Oh dang! I didn't even think of that.
Oh, you just said wings.
Yeah, falcon wings.
Falcon wings. Yes.
And the bonus item, I want to give it crab claws. I feel like that would be scary, like very scary. I don't know. It just seems scary.
Or
like
is that like on its underbelly? It's got
Ooh, it's got like the legs of a crab.
oh
I hate this animal
yeah,
actually.
that thing's disgusting.
Yeah, why did I create that?
Yeah,
It's gross.
I think Todd made the best animal out of
Yeah.
all three of us by far.
Ours
Especially if we're
really
talking about
suck.
pets. Mine's just
Yes.
gonna be tooting all over the house, making everything stink,
Yeah, mine's just gonna be gross.
flying through the drywall.
And just going sideways everywhere because that's how crabs move for some reason. It's just gonna creep me out. Imagine seeing that like come around the corner of like your room.
Just some giant moose antlers. Yeah,
Like,
wow.
no,
Yeah.
get out. I
Yeah,
want to see you. Get out.
This is no place for you. No, not get out of the room. Get out of the house. Go find somewhere else to live. Abolished. Oh yeah. So I think we all built some pretty cool animals. We'll see. We may Photoshop it. We may have to outsource that. $812,000 will probably go towards this to get the project up and going. But yeah, this is going to go out there to everybody.
Yeah.
So a big question I have, and I think I've toiled on this for a lot of time in my life. I've done it before and I felt weird after it.
Oh.
When is winking okay?
Oh. I mean, definitely during a flirt for sure. But
Yeah.
like,
Is it okay? Is it not? Has it came to the point where it's just creepy? Like who can you pull off a wink?
it depends because I mean, if it's mutual, like the flirting's mutual, the wink can be on point.
Yeah.
But if it's like she's not feeling you and you throw the wink, you're definitely labeled as a creep right then and there.
Yeah. That's actually that's how my dad picked up my mom, was a wink.
He winked at her?
Yeah, she would like turn around to look at the clock, and like he was in the back row, and he's like at high school, and that's how they started dating, and
Man,
here
that's
they are.
super. I think that's one of the lone relationships that have been built off of wink.
It's all in a wink.
Off of wink. Yeah. Yeah. I
It
don't know.
works.
I feel like it was more acceptable back in the day. I feel like people in the
No.
70s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I could see that definitely. Like
Yeah, I
that
feel like
Frank Sinatra era.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. The wink was like, hey.
Yeah. It was like it was a greeting versus like a just weird thing you do. It's like, do you have something in your eye? Are you okay? I think it's because. Go ahead.
Yeah, there was someone at a old job I had, and like every time they would say it, be saying a joke or like saying something that's like kind of a fib, they'd always look at me and like wink, like every time.
No,
And
I
was
don't like that.
I know it's sarcasm. Like I can pick up on tone.
Yeah.
But then
you
I
don't
started
have to
doing
tell
it.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, you were
Well,
one
it's
of
like,
those
you know, when you're
people?
around someone
Yeah.
enough, like they start rubbing off on you.
I don't.
Oh, I'm
I
so
think they should do
immature.
that. You're a child today.
I am. But yeah, so like I just started like winking at people all the time when I was like making a joke, and I was like, oh, I don't like this. I'm making myself cringe. But
Yeah. I don't
We
know.
need
it's
to try,
just-
you know what we need to do? We need to go do one of those social experiments where you're just out in the world and you just wink at a random person, see what
we
happens.
get beat up.
Just like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey, what's up? How you doing? You know?
Well,
And
and that's the
like-
thing. I feel like if you're really good looking, you can wink at anybody you want. But I feel like if you're not super good looking, you have to use your winks so sparingly
Oh yeah.
because
you
good
have an
looking people.
allotted amount of winks based off
Right.
your attractiveness.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this guy's only like a 4. He can wink like 8 times throughout his career. And then
for your whole life.
but like, yeah, someone that's super good looking. I feel like people that are good looking you don't consider creeps, but that's a story for another time.
yeah,
Ted Bundy says otherwise.
yeah. So you basically say winking's okay in the flirting sense,
Yeah.
and hopefully there's a mutual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like even like you said, like even when like someone's telling a joke, they're like, you know, it's funny. Like
It's the worst.
Some people are just not good at winking too.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
that's definitely a thing.
are you blinking?
That's a blink.
Yeah. Did
not
you
a
forget
wink.
your glasses? Do you have bad vision right now?
You ever thought about that? Blink is blink plural for wink?
No.
no.
It would be winked or wank, not wank. I don't know.
Winks?
It wouldn't be wank. Winks.
But it's
Yeah.
no
technically
winks are
No, that's
multiple winks.
Yeah.
yeah. It's if you blink both at the same time, or wink both at the same time, that's one singular blink.
So two wink plus wink equals
Okay.
blink.
Well, yeah,
Wink,
because if
yeah.
you use like I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. But I was thinking more on the point of like the past tense of blinked or blink being like blunk or blank, but I guess it's blinked. So Yeah. So everyone out there, actually, Todd, how does this make you feel? Look, are you looking at me? Make eye contact.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
No.
You didn't like it?
Okay, so you weren't.
I
Okay,
gotta
cool.
go.
Brad, and now you only have 7 left.
Wait.
0-4.
Dang it! I knew it.
Oh, whoops. All right. Well, we're gonna wink away from this question in the next one. So we got a classic would you rather. So would you rather steal every tip jar you see or always travel by unicycle? That's a cruel question.
Yeah, there's
I'm
no
telling you
good
this,
things
if
here.
I'm on a unicycle, at least for that first month, I'm falling everywhere.
Oh,
There
yeah.
is no safe street where I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, I got it this time. It's like I'm on boom.
Yeah.
But and I couldn't steal the tip jar. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, just a
Yeah.
good person in me, I just could not do that to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, man,
But, like,
you know,
But if you keep falling off the unicycle, you're gonna need to pay for these medical bills. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see that tip jar and be like, I need them $8.
it's true, man. Nah, I'm gonna go to unicycle. I'll eventually, scuff knees, they'll heal, and I'll eventually get it. But people can keep their money.
Yeah.
I like how Todd has integrity here. And I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
And also, like, you're going to learn something in the process. So, like, you're going to, like, feel good at the end. And also, you're going to have some sick abs because you got to have crazy core strength while you're riding around that unicycle. So, I mean, you just get some benefits from that. And I don't know if you look badass necessarily riding a unicycle, but I'd like to imagine you do.
I feel like you look French.
Does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen someone ride a unicycle?
Like, I mean, online, but they're like doing like these awesome tricks, and I'm like,
oh,
cool
They have
try,
like they have like pegs on it, and they're like grinding down rails and stuff.
no,
just
joke,
like
I've
X
seen it.
Games.
I've seen it.
no way.
I'm super serious right now.
I believe
But,
it
like,
though.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
man, I've seen like a person like jump from like different stones to like over water. I'm like,
Oh,
I don't even know how they do that, but
dang.
That would just hurt, is what I'm
Yeah,
imagining.
that sounds terrible because you have one seat and that seat it's gonna bounce and it's gonna have there's gonna be recoil.
It's gonna be recoil, all right.
Well, you guys can have your integrity and your unicycles.
Are you taking that tip jar?
I'm gonna be. You said you're gonna have abs from the unicycle. I'm gonna buy abs from all the money I steal from tip jars. So I'm gonna get lipo.
Guys.
Yes,
You get lipo
just in the ab area. So
what are you stealing the tips at Ruth's Chris? Like, where are you going?
yes, well, obviously, if I'm gonna steal a tip jar, I'm not gonna go to freaking like down the street. I'm gonna go to the big places.
okay.
But actually,
I got a question here.
yes.
Real quick. So with
it up.
the tip jars, does that also include like restaurants that say they don't necessarily have a tip jar, but they collect tips? Can you take those too?
Yes, you reach in, you pick the pockets of the waitress or waiter. So it's actually theft and it's illegal. But in a would you rather situation, you get amnesty. So I think you're okay. I think I'm okay. I make the rules. Allegedly, I would do this.
Not again.
Drats. Sheesh. Gee willikers. This is the 50s.
It is.
No, but yeah, I think I would feel bad, but like Todd brought up, a lot of places don't have tip jars anymore. So maybe I'm not stealing that much.
Yeah. Steal the iPad that you put the tip on.
Yeah. But one of the places I would not steal a tip jar from is Chuck E. Cheese. So
What a transition that just was.
hey, because we have a who would win in a fight question for you. Who would win in the fight? the Chuck E. Cheese mouse or Smokey the Bear?
Oh, Smokey the Bear, hands down.
Oh,
I think
explain yourself.
yeah.
I
So,
vehemently
first
disagree.
of all, it's a mouse versus a bear. If you take it down to its like very basic, so like
Okay.
this bear is just gonna crush this mouse. Now, if you go like as per actual character,
Yes.
Smokey is still a bear, and he like basically walks around on 2 feet the whole entire time. Like I can't ever remember an image where Smokey the Bear is down on all fours. Like he's good on 2 feet. So I mean, his paws, he's ready to throw hands.
He's ready to throw hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Chuck E. Cheese is a scrappy dude.
No, I think he is. I think he'll do things the wrong way. He'll pull out gun. He'll pull out knives. I think
Who's that? Chucky?
Yeah, Chucky. He doesn't seem trusted. If you've seen a picture of this mouse, he looks like he's been to prison.
I feel like he's on crack. Like I
Yeah,
swear,
no, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
He looks like
I
he's
don't
on
know
crack.
why I have that, but I'm like, it's a kid's mascot.
Right, but he just has this look to him. Like I've seen some stuff, and I've done some things that you wouldn't even know.
I feel you on that one. Now I'm kind of regretting my choice.
But
I
I mean, Smokey's he's brute. He's a thick man.
2 C's.
But yeah, I mean, he's got the claws. Is he a park ranger? Does that mean he has some sort of? Does he have a weapon?
Doesn't
Or is he
he
just have a hat?
Well, when I think park ranger, I think of like people taking care of parks, so they have
They don't really have guns
so
usually.
You're talking chainsaw, maybe an axe.
Ooh, yeah, he's gonna
maybe a machete. So
they
his
both
head
have
off.
just have this freaking artillery of weapons that they're carrying along with them.
Yeah. I don't know. I think when I think like Smokey the Bear, he would just be like, he's a very kind-hearted
He's
guy.
like, stop burning stuff.
He's
okay?
like, only you can prevent forest fire. And while he's saying that, Chucky's just throwing a haymaker to the freaking temple and just clocks him out. Like, that's what I imagine that fight being like. He like
Just
walks up
imagine-
with he's smoking a cigarette in the forest. Chucky is. And
he
walks
flicks
up.
it into a dry bush.
Yeah, and he's like,
no,
and
but see,
then
that's
bear
where
walks
you
up.
get, that's where you get Chucky though, because he throws that that cigarette into the forest, creating that fire, and like sets that rage off inside Smokey the Bear, and he goes to town.
Nah, I think Smokey's going like, oh wait, no, you can't do that. Only you should stop. And he's like running over, and while he's like bending over to pick up the cigarette, Chucky just kicks him in the back, just sends him down the hill rolling.
You're not giving Smokey a chance in
Dude,
this, are you?
Smokey's
You're
done.
making him look like a grandpa right now.
Right. He's 86 years old. And he's
no.
So he's getting. I feel like the Chuck E. Cheese mouse will beat up elderly folk, though. Like, I don't think he has limits.
He doesn't. Yeah. He's just,
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, I think
I think he would barely make it through the fight.
you shut your face.
Am I right?
Now we'll let Instagram probably hash this one out. But I like Todd's rationale behind it. Once that fire starts, Smokey the Bear ain't taking no S.
He's taking no S.
Yeah, this is a family show.
Yeah, kids, he's not taking no stuff.
No.
All right. Well,
finger
speaking
wave.
of taking stuff, how do you milk a coconut? I've got coconut milk in my pantry, and I don't know how they milked that thing.
In your pants?
In my pants.
No, it's got little nipples. It's got little tiny nipples.
They do?
How many?
How many?
I don't know. How many hairs does it have on it?
Oh,
Every hair has a nipple at the
individual.
end. The image of that is just. It was funny at first, but now it's just really creeping me out. Then every time you touch it, you're just like stimulating this.
You just get potholders to pick up your coconuts
Yeah.
from now on. Like, I don't want to violate this coconut.
I'm sorry. And then you just like, that's the sound it makes because they're so tiny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Is a coconut a nut? Cocoa nut?
The word nut is in there.
So it's a nut? I don't know.
It seems like a nut, like a big nut. Is it a seed?
Is it?
Can you plant it and spawn a coconut tree? Yes.
I mean,
Oh,
I
you
think
just
so.
put a
I
whole
think-
coconut in the ground. It's a
I
tree.
think it's just a large seed.
It might be.
I have no idea, man.
I got no idea on that one either.
Because I've never seen a coconut seed. I've only seen a cocoa nut.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. Because then, like, we try and milk other nuts like almonds and
Yeah.
whatever else, cashews and oats. That's not a nut, but I don't know
Yeah, that's
what
just-
oat milk is. I've just found that out recently.
I've never heard of oat milk. What
Wait,
is soy?
there's oat
Soy
milk?
is a bean, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you heard of oat milk, Todd?
No, I've never. This is the first for me.
Oh, it's a classic, right? I went over to one of my friend's house. They were drinking some oat milk, and I was like, "Oh man!" And it's like on like at coffee shops, you can always like sub in like instead of almond milk, now oat milk's the big one.
Are you sure they weren't saying oatmeal? They were just
Glob
drinking
of
oatmeal.
in the coffee.
Just
Oh, that'd be so
Oatmeal out of a
gross.
mug.
Could you imagine? And it's like they don't even mix it in; it's just a glob at the end. So when you get to the end, it's just
Ooh, bonus.
disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, so
No,
I think we know how to milk coconuts.
yeah. I mean, there's probably a TikTok tutorial on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you make it, Todd?
No, I definitely did not.
Are you sure? I think it was on your page.
I think
No.
not
right,
yet
all right.
is the right
Not
answer.
yet, it will
Not
be.
yet.
Yeah. No, that's a good answer. I think we're all on board with that. But so we'll round it out with one of my favorite kind of questions is a rank these type situations. So
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 3 things in no particular order, and you rank them. So parking spots, string cheese, trampoline.
Oh, okay. So definitely parking spot. At the top of
Number
that.
1.
Yeah, number 1.
Oh,
Okay.
And just because I love being able to find that like first parking space, like
Yeah.
especially if it's like super crowded, like middle of the day and it's there, I'm
Yeah.
like the holy grail.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I guess string cheese would come next,
Okay.
but trampoline's
respect
definitely last. But
Yeah.
that's
Really?
more of a childhood thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Yeah.
risk with that the older we get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
definitely.
break my
Like
neck.
when I was little, a friend of mine down the street had a trampoline, and we jump on it all the time. But there was one time I'm at the edge of the trampoline, he pops me up, and I go off the trampoline.
Oh gosh.
I land directly on my back,
Oh,
knocks
perfect.
out all my breath. I think that was the last time I got on the trampoline.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
My first injury that I ever sustained was on a trampoline. I sprained my ankle very, very severely where I could not walk on it. And I would think I was like 7 or 8. It was at a friend's birthday party. He had a trampoline that we always jumped on. And you know how you remember super bouncing somebody?
Yeah.
You would like, yeah. So
Double bounce.
I was coming down onto the trampoline as it was coming up, and my foot was like a weird angle, and it just like I heard it was so terrible. I couldn't walk. I was
That's bad.
yeah. So I'm actually I guess trampolines
So
are
trampoline's number
3.
1 for you, Brad.
Yes, I love. Anytime I need a good ankle sprain, I just
Yeah.
hop on my Poline.
Pauline.
My Poline.
Are you abbreviating that word?
I always like to abbreviate the end
I guess
of
you
words
can't do
for
the
some
front
reason.
of that word. Like, get a bunch
jump on my tramp. Lady in the trampoline. Yeah, I think your rationales are pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. I thought trampoline first, but now I think I would say parking spots are number 1. I agree with that. There's nothing like that clutch front row parking spot, especially when you got a big load that you're.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm so immature. All right, yeah, but usually when you got a big haul at the grocery store, and then
Gotta
I would
get
say
that big
trampoline second. I don't know. I think that'd be more fun just because I don't like string cheese. I don't know what I got against it. It just doesn't
What?
feel right. I know it's all natural and it's not like anything
Some of it
weird,
is.
but it's just like, why is it stringy? Why is it? I just
Yeah, how did they make? Why is that cheese? How do you make that cheese stringy? Is there some sort of secret ingredient that they put in it that strings it up?
I think it's just the way they process it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
literally Google search WTF is string cheese before this episode.
Oh,
Just trying to figure out why is it the way it is.
yeah.
It's just they process it. It's not like any different additives or like some weird like chemical X in there or something.
Chemical X.
It's like you turn into a powder puff girl or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I accidentally spilled this in here.
Oh, now I'm a Powerpuff Girl.
Now I'm a ball of string cheese. All right,
All
Brad, what are your
in.
3?
I think you both fell into the constraints of like the government trying to make you park places. If parking spots,
Oh, I
Yeah.
see what you're going with.
yeah, you can park wherever you want. Anywhere is a parking spot.
I mean, that is true.
I drive
My
a
land-
car,
this-
not a truck.
This land is my land. This land is your land.
Are you being so patriotic about this answer? This is so weird.
Well, you're disparaging the most American thing ever, and it's string cheese. String cheese is number 1.
Is it American? It probably is.
Yeah, American string cheese.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I should have like patriotic music playing in the background. And yeah, I mean,
We'll edit it in.
I kind of bash parking spots, but once again, I relived some childhood trauma, so I'm gonna have to keep trampoline 3. So
Yeah. Yeah. If you hurt yourself, I don't blame you.
yeah, I hurt myself on string cheese never. So
Yeah, I'll give you that.
thank you.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's Brad. Are you ready for me to say it?
Oh, do it
It's
up.
time to
him
play a
know.
little. It's time to play a little game.
That's odd, Todd.
A little game
is
we shall
Michael's-
play.
This is the climax of Michael, every episode for Michael. So he loves playing games with people. He wants to play a game with you. And
Okay.
I'm going to tag along. And this game is the 2 truths and 1 lie. You have those prepared?
Yeah, I'm good.
Drop them on us. Michael's
Okay,
anticipating it so hard.
Let's see. Swam in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Okay.
I know how to change my voice, either accent or just different voice. Or went to school for carpentry.
All right. So, school, voice, water. I think I can resonate with, or I can relate to the Indian Ocean one. I think I know that may have been true. Well, I wasn't physically there, but I think you probably did one of the Navy swim calls where you jumped off and hung out and swam around in the ocean. Changing the voice and accent.
What kind of like, and you don't have to do them, but what kind of like voice and accent we talking about here?
This isn't prod Todd anymore. You're prodding.
Yeah.
Don't prod.
Just curious.
Don't be curious. You can be curious after he answers.
And what'd you say you went to school for?
Carpentry.
Wait, what was that?
Carpentry.
Oh,
goodness.
Oh, okay. I think I know what I'm going with.
You're going with carpentry.
I don't know what I'm going with. What are you going with, Brad?
You're just gonna tag along just like you do with everything.
All right, I'm gonna lock in the went to school for carpentry.
Okay.
As the lie. And what are you doing, Brad?
I was just gonna do The Voice. So this show, The Voice. He was on The Voice.
He was on. All right.
Wait, you didn't say that?
Which one of us got the lie?
So it's actually the carpentry one. That I've actually learned everything like outside of school, like whether it be YouTube or through TikTok, things like that.
Social Media Academy.
Yeah. Like graduate of YouTube University. So.
Nice. Congrats on that.
They should legitimately give out certificates or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could print one and just use it.
You could just go to a Word document and make one
for
yourself.
Just the words YouTube certification.
YouTube certification.
Put it on your resume. So what's up with the voices?
Yeah, what's up with the voices?
Yeah, lay it on us.
So since I was young, I've always loved like changing my voice. And so I can do a couple different accents. I can do a couple different voices. The one that like is my go-to for like when I change my voice would be like Gollum or Smeagol from Lord of the Rings.
Oh yes.
So it's like, Master doesn't have to show us. Master showed us too precious for herself. No, Master lie. Master wants to kill us.
Goodness.
Wait, did you just play a recording?
No.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Are you Schmeagol?
No.
Oh, I'm pretty impressed. That sounds really good.
Thanks.
That's how Michael's voice used to sound before we started podcasting. He went to classes for it, and he's better now.
Cleaned up. I don't think people wanted to listen to that for an hour straight.
Yeah,
I wasn't a big fan, but was I correct on the Indian Ocean thing?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, sweet.
First deployment, second deployment. We were making our transit from whatever country to whatever country, and captain was like, "You know what? It's hot out today. We're gonna go ahead and stop ship's work, and I'm gonna go ahead and call swim call." So we jumped off in the middle of the ocean. So it was pretty cool.
Wow.
The biggest thing I can remember is that, and I don't know if this is just a thing because they're so far out, but I was able to open my eyes in the water. And you think it's salt water.
Yeah.
So and I guess it's just you're so far out, it's not as concentrated.
Huh.
So, but the one thing I remember, looking straight down and just seeing like this like light blue transition to black.
Whoa. You just see the deepness.
The deeps.
Oh my God.
It was pretty crazy.
We did that for about 25 minutes, and then there was a swarm of barracudas that came up, and they made us get out of the water, and then all the MAs were trying to shoot the barracudas.
Yep.
So good times. They were shooting barracudas in the ocean, and then we could not swim anymore. So
The boat like have a siren of like Heart's song Barracuda to start playing.
Ooh.
And you're like, oh gosh, get out of the water.
It was crazy because like they would set like Shark Watch, and I'm just like, I'm so glad that Baby Shark was not a song during that time. Do you imagine Shark in the water? Baby Shark. Oh wait, no, shoot.
Baby. Or Michael's remix to it.
Oh yeah, I did actually make a remix to that another Todd found on the internet and brought up one time. I will. Sounds like you love the song, so I'll go ahead and shoot you that link after the show.
Perfect.
You can just listen to it on repeat for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
or evening.
Be my go-to ringtone.
Oh yeah, that's your new ringtone. I'll give you those rights. Sounds good. All right.
So congratulations on your second W of the show, Michael.
Hey, second.
Swagadocious.
Of this show, yeah.
Yes, Swagadocious and this one.
Yeah, that's right. I had to be right before we hit record. I said, Brad, I'm gonna win this one.
I don't recall that.
And I won it.
Well, good job.
All right. Well, I think it's time to get a little bit of wisdom from Mr. Todd here in our next segment.
Woo!
Oh no. Oh no.
Woo! Do it! Do it! Do it! I need it!
In Todd, we trust.
We don't trust you to hit the drop on time, but we trust Todd.
Yeah, we do. We do. And it's now time for Todd to deliver a mound of advice or wisdom to the ears of our beautiful listeners, the Todd Squad. So what's a piece of wisdom you'd like to leave with everybody?
Okay, so like I had to think about this one, but when I finally started thinking about it, it was actually pretty easy to come to. And it's just take care of your fellow human. And I say that fellow human, not your fellow American, not, something like that, but your fellow human. You're like, we're all here on this one planet, and like, we don't want to lose anyone, or some people may be less fortunate. Some may have more than they can, than they should, or not that they should, but like that they can give. And I think it's a big portion where of like my heart comes from is the ability to be able to give people. And this started back with me with one of my friends, and it really hit me then. My friend Neil, there's one time he was just like paying for everything. I was like, dude, you're gonna blow your money. Like, you need to watch your money. You need to watch your spending. He's like, you know what, man, the way I look at it is I have money for myself, but the rest of it I can use on my friends and anything, because when I leave here, I can't take it with me. Mm-hmm. So in that point, I was like, yeah, he's definitely taking care of the people around him. That's always stuck with me. And there's times where like I'm at work and they're like, okay, how much show you? Is like, don't worry about it. Like, I got you. Like, and it's just a little thing. Like, I know it's a meal, but I mean, it's something, they could have not had money and now they get to eat, or, or just giving out like money there. Like when someone's asking for money, just that little bit goes a long way for the right people.
Yeah. And giving feels so much better than receiving a gift or something. Yeah. Brad, get out of here. Well, me and Todd will relate.
Earlier, I feel like a terrible person now after talking about stealing the tip jars.
Todd just wanted to rub that in. And
he came up with that on the spot, and he's like, I'm gonna roast this guy.
Yeah. Brad's like, I would love to steal from others. And Todd's like, you know what? Just give it all back. Let's all love each other.
I was taking from the rich and giving to the poor. Okay.
Okay, Robin Hood, we got you.
I stole tip jars from Starbucks to give to the homeless.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm modern day Robin Hood.
There you go.
No, but I love that advice. I think it apply. And here's the thing: it can apply to everybody. We're all humans.
Exactly.
So
humans.
I don't know. It came out like that, and I was like, "Why is the H?"
We're all humans. Brad can also do pretty fun accents too.
I can do amazing accents. I'm not gonna do any because I
gotta hear this. It's out there now. Like you do what I'm doing.
Human.
Yeah. Brad, do an impersonation of Christopher Walken.
Oh, hey, it's me. It's Christopher Walken. Yeah.
I love when people just say, "Oh, hey, it's me," and then name the person. They're doing an impersonation. Oh, I'm Ozzy Osbourne. It's just like,
it's me. It's Ozzy.
That's not even good either.
It's Ozzy. What about you? What about you, Todd? Throw us a bone here.
Me, I'll be here. It's me, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Oh, my name is
actually
Arnold
is.
Schwarzenegger.
It's me, Arnold. It's me, Chris walking here. I'm walking here.
Well,
This is what you asked for, Michael. You got what you wanted.
Well, I'm not going to give you a nod, but
You never do.
It's time to give a nod to Todd.
woo!
Oh, hee-hoo.
Brad just put in his 2-week notice at the Toddcast because he's gonna begin his impression career.
Yes.
What's the word?
Come here. You're gonna go to you're gonna
I'm gonna
teach
start giving
speech classes.
speeches.
way to ruin your quip at me.
All right, you finally roasted me by the end of the show, and I
And
appreciate it.
you self-inflicted your own roast. So
I usually do.
it was the long game. I knew it would happen.
Knew I'd stumble and fall anywhere. But yeah, go ahead, follow Todd. It's at Todd Santa Ana. And also check out his other Instagram page as well, which is
Santa Ana Woodworks.
Santa Ana Woodworks. Check out his sweet woodworking skills, his cutting boards. We've
The
got
coasters. Yeah, the
And-
custom coasters were nice.
Yeah.
I like the cutting boards a lot too. You get to, make sure you watch the videos of him rubbing mineral oil on them.
It's
The best.
It's the best. He's doing the motion right now, and it's satisfying. I'm satisfied.
I'm excited to see whenever you build that table, though, in the
Yes.
future. I am excited for that. But yeah, while you are following, or is there anywhere else they can find you, Todd?
Ooh,
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, they can try to find me on TikTok, but
at your house.
but that's more of like a broad spectrum of everything. But I do throw some of my woodworking stuff on there.
Awesome. Yeah, so check him out on TikTok. Check him out on Instagram.
Yeah.
While you're on Instagram and TikTok, for some reason, we're on both of those as well. We are on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Twitter. Also, check us out on Facebook. Most importantly, subscribe and like us on YouTube. Hop on, log on, see Todd's beautiful face.
It's so good looking.
Oh, man, look at that. I would give that a wink if I
Ooh,
could. But I don't want to.
you could.
No. We
Let's
already
go
know-
to it.
Yeah, you don't want to deplete your resources.
So I'm going to stop doing that face now because
That's it.
yeah. But last but not least, go ahead and subscribe, rate, and review the Toddcast. Wherever you find podcasts, that means the world to us. It helps us get in front of more people, helps us get in front of more Todds. And we want to leave no Todds unturned in this
We
world.
want to present ourselves to every Todd there is.
That is one way to say that, Brad. And with that, I am Michael.
I'm Brad.
I'm Todd.
He's Todd.
And he's Todd, baby.
He's Todding it up.
Todd Santa Ana.
Not Carlos Santana.